You know that feeling, right? That invisible wall that seems to pop up right between you and the life you actually want to be living. Well, today we're going to talk about how to tear that wall down, brick by brick.
I want you to really think about this for a second. What if fear is the only thing in your way? You know, the source material for this explainer makes a powerful point. Most of us don't fail because we're not capable. We fail to even start because that first step just feels absolutely terrifying.
Ah, there it is. That little voice, the familiar nagging whisper that shows up right when you're about to do something big, something bold, like start a business, learn a new skill, anything. It's the voice of paralysis, and it steals your potential before you even get out of the starting gate.
So, to beat this thing, we've got to understand it first. We need to define it, look it right in the eye, and see what it's actually made of. Let's really dissect this feeling of being stuck.
Think of fear as a dream thief. It's not just a feeling, it's an active force. You get a brilliant idea, right? The energy's there, but then you start to overthink. You tell yourself you'll wait for the perfect moment, and just like that, the opportunity is gone. Your potential gets stolen before you ever gave it a real shot.
So what is this thief really made of? Well, it turns out it's not some big, scary monster. It really just breaks down into 3 core parts. And once you understand them, fear gets a whole lot less mysterious and a lot easier to deal with.
Okay, first up, self-doubt. This is the internal battle. It's that voice inside your head telling you you're not smart enough, you're not talented enough, you're just not ready. This is the part of fear that attacks your confidence from the inside and makes you question if you even have what it takes. Next, you've got the external battle, social pressure. This is all about the fear of being judged, of looking like a fool in front of your friends, your family, your coworkers. It's that "what will people think?" question playing on a loop in your head. And honestly, for a lot of us, this is the most paralyzing part of all. And finally, there's the magnetic pull of your comfort zone. It's familiar, right? It's safe. And fear is really good at convincing you it's the only place you belong. So even if you're not happy there, the thought of stepping into the unknown is so intimidating that just staying put feels like the only smart move. Okay, so we've looked at the problem. We've dissected the anatomy of fear. Now for the good part, the action plan. Let's dive into the toolkit you can use to start fighting back and, actually win. Now this right here, this is everything. The most critical mindset shift you can possibly make. Failure is not defeat. It is not some final verdict on your worth or your ability. It's just data. It's feedback. It's information telling you what worked, what didn't, and what you should probably try next. Every so-called failure is just a lesson in disguise. And that shift leads directly to this toolkit. See, once you reframe failure as feedback, everything else starts to click into place. You start small, because tiny steps build momentum. You can't stop. You visualize success, which builds your courage before you even take the first step. You accept that discomfort isn't a bad sign. It's just a feeling of growth. And finally, you commit fully. You focus on making progress, not on being perfect.
Now, I know this all sounds great in theory, but you might be wondering, does it actually work in the real world? So let's look at a quick, practical example that shows exactly how these steps can take you from being frozen by fear to finding freedom through action. Let's imagine someone who dreams of starting a YouTube channel. What's the fear? Ridicule. Total social pressure, right? So what do? They don't try to shoot some perfect feature-length film. Nope, they start small. They just post short, simple clips. And what's the result? Well, with each small action, their fear gets a little smaller and their confidence gets a little bigger. They learn, they improve, and eventually they build an audience. Action was the antidote to their fear. It's that simple. And that really brings us to this final, powerful idea. Courage isn't about being fearless. I mean, come on, nobody is fearless. Courage is feeling all of that stuff, the self-doubt, the social pressure, that pull of the comfort zone, and making the choice to take a step forward anyway. It's a choice, and it's a choice that's available to every single one of us every single day. So I'll leave you with this question. Forget about the giant leap for now. What is one small, decisive action you can take today to face a fear that's been holding you back? Because the life you want, the one you're dreaming of, it's waiting for you right on the other side of that single action. Go get it.